Greetings, fellow beings of light. I come to you now nearing the linear time of the equinox with an urgent message for those whom now read or hear these words, for you are led to read them now, guided as you have shown the potential, the thirst for knowledge and truth, the virtues, which allow for you to not only read, but also comprehend this message. The turning points for the timeline you are now on, and those whom dwell with you, from a linear time perspective, which is what the majority of people whom dwell with you on this timeline observe and subconsciously create as the standard of time-keeping, are nearing an endgame. There is much energy which is proclaiming another calendar date, and again this energy creates a window for the dark Cabal to strike with what they call a privileged attack. The Cabal marches forward. Many channels claim they are defeated, retreating. However, do you feel this is true on your timeline? Have you noticed increased strange activities from your media, your leaders, rewriting history if you will, ordering new names for lands far more ancient than they? Seemingly initiating violent events concerning racism and liberty. These are signs of the Cabal testing you, your intelligence, your willpower and your integrity. They are trying to assess how naive one may become, how completely void of virtue or ambition one must be, before they can initiate their armed takeover, echoing that of the country known as Germany some 60 years prior in this linear timeline. This agenda stems from the discovery made by the German expeditions to Antarctica in the 1930s of your linear time space. The sovereign continent of Antarctica hosts a race far different than most land dwellers have ever fathomed, and even after ages of terraforming, development and industrialization of the land, this continent's true nature remains occulted from the many. It is this knowledge, this greed and this secrecy which plague the timeline you are on. The message is for you to step up your efforts of spreading knowledge and awareness. The lands in the western USA are burning more each year, and its skies are infected with the stench of technology, which allows little to no rain to fall, another cornerstone of the pyramid of the Cabal. We of the higher realms observe and are doing all we can. It is true, thy will be done in heaven as it is on the earth. The Federation has been infiltrated as well. Not the Federation which creates your debt-based currencies to enslave you. Not the one that continues to spread false messages and linear time dates of doom which go unfulfilled. I speak of the one which remains in awe at how these events are allowed continue, by you. Many are aware of the injustice that remains, but are void of the ambition or divine spark to create solutions to it. I say to you now, what you must do is write and then create from that which you write. This is how it has always been done. The message you now read was done in this way. It is the path of infinite manifestation within your realm. That which is said, or even seen, is often forgotten, but that which is written, and felt, remains eternal. The third-dimensional concept of time, which is your digital clocks and Gregorian calendar, exists in a paper realm, if you will. A dimension of names, of laws, of oaths, symbolism, doctrines, numbers and signatures which trick your mind into accepting them. Cycles of the same things over and over, to brainwash you and make you increasingly docile, enslaved by debt and a concept that you owe, God, to exist. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, centuries, millennia, all lost in linear time cycles of repetition. The basis of all mind control is repetition, and you live it every day. The ancestors cry for you to awaken. Your guides are surrounding you now. Heed them, but be aware there are also those whom surround you and feed from you, your bad habits, your energy. True guides, as true friends, are few. You become that which you affiliate with. It is from making these better choices that the path which you can step up your efforts opens. I come to speak of religion. In all religious doctrines, save for that of which you call the atheists and agnostics, there are commandments and oaths to be taken. The covenant with God exists in different ways, yet remains a covenant. To take any said oath is to limit yourself, is it not? Is that what you feel God truly wishes for you? The Cabal continues its archaic crusades in the Middle East, as they have since the dawn of your planet being seeded with life, always claiming the will of God as the source. The bloodiest wars have come from the concept of religion. This cannot be denied anywhere in the multiverse. Ask yourselves, what are your religious institutions truly doing of the issues which plague your world? Preaching a gospel, yet doing little to live that same gospel, infiltrated and entranced by the same greed and demons which they decry. What are the churches doing of debt-based currency? They are utilizing it for greed, not for awareness, and to create a better currency based upon true value and not a false trust of debt. They all speak the name of Jesus, who himself spoke out with the money changers, and drove them out, yet their words are empty, because their actions show otherwise. I say to you now, the time fast approaches which you face increasing pressures to become this or that. Remain steadfast, as you are now. Remain open-minded as well. The time also fast approaches where knowledge will begin to serve you more. Treasure the thirst for knowledge, for that is the only true salvation found. To be void of it is to be void of life itself. It is the lack of this form of life which allows for the crimes and injustices of the Cabal to continue, as you see them accumulate more and more each passing moment, as the masses remain blind and ignorant, or careless. We are amazed that materialism has become so valued, and virtues, not. As the Cabal continues to test you, we begin to see more and more now, that it is only chaos which shall awaken. It is the shock and awe of chaos which allows for energies of the linear time past to converge with the present to create the future. The greatest change always stems from chaos. Do not fear to step out of your comfort zones, to see how chaos can challenge you, can temper you into something greater than what you were. Your physicists remain baffled on the concept of the black hole, for it is chaos, and it cannot be comprehended. The moment it is, that which comprehends it is forever changed and is no longer. Only a photon can successfully transcend a black hole, and retain its consciousness quantum, and the photon is light. To know chaos is to know everything by the awareness of knowing nothing. A concept the philosopher Socrates wrote about, perhaps the wisest mortal of all.